Hi, welcome to another video. So, I was able to test Nano Banana Pro early via some of the trusted partners who got me access to it, and I was allowed to share my results. And here I am sharing those results with you. If you don't know, Nano Banana Pro is going to be released officially probably in the next week. I was able to test it early, and I thought to talk about this as well. I was not able to test it with image to image. I have only tested it for text to image, but when it comes out, you'll also be able to use it for image to image editing. Now, this model will probably be called Nano Banana Pro. The Pro comes from the word of Gemini-3.0, as the model officially will probably be called Gemini-3.0-Image Gen. Let's talk about the model's capabilities now, and the generations that I got from it. First of all, it is supposed to be really amazing at just being a model that can generate quite realistic images. So, I started with something that was kind of simple. I asked it to make me an image of a panda flying in the sky in the Superman costume, and well, it kind of nailed it. You can see that this image looks really cool. Some things that I use to find if an image is AI generated is that all the things in the image have the same amount of sharpness. But here, if you zoom in, then the cape is in motion and it is out of focus and has motion blur. This was really insane to see from a model. Also, the composition of the shot is really cool. You get a light wrap around the panda, which is really cool next. I tried something a bit more complex because it included text. I asked it to make me an image of a panda writing AI Code King on a whiteboard. You can see that this just looks insane. The text isn't as real because who writes with like 2 lines for 1 letter, but it's not bad. One thing that I noticed is how it thinks before making an image. For an example, I just asked it to make me a panda writing on a whiteboard, but if you look behind the panda, you get bamboos stacked. This is such a cool look. It actually thinks of elements to put in and make it actually real. This is quite awesome. Next thing that I tried is actually super complex, and I haven't seen any models be good at it, and that is replicating screenshots. So, I asked it to make me a computer with Windows that has the Chrome browser open with YouTube. Open in the browser, and it kinda did well. Remember that the outputs that I'm showing you are limited to 1080p. There's also a 4K mode that will come with the official release, and that will handle such stuff even better. But even here, you can see that the Windows OS looks actually real. The YouTube is also open correctly. If you look closely at the text, then it falls apart, but it is way better than the current gen models that we have. After this, I asked it to generate an image of a screenshot of macOS with VS Code open, and it kinda nailed that as well. If you look at it, then it looks really amazing. You get the whole macOS thing. On the top, you have the menu bars. Some text here makes sense, and some doesn't, but the VS Code look is really good. It looks very real. The code is not really correct here, but it's just really good. The file names here are technically correct. The code is also correct to some extent, but it glitches at some places. After this, I asked it to make me a UI for a chat application, and well, it looked really good. This one makes a lot of sense. You get the model drop down on the left here. You can see that the text here is really correct, and it doesn't look like generated from a diffusion model. There are still some text issues here and there, but it is still way ahead of every current gen model. For sure, I also asked it to make it light themed, and it did everything quite well, which is also amazing. After this, I asked it to make me a panda in sim style, and it did this quite well. You can see that the panda looks to be exactly in sim style. The background is correct. The physics is correct. You get some UI elements as well. It's quite good. Then, I tried something that is even more hard. I asked it to make me an image of a panda sitting on a coffee table with a clock on the wall that ticks at 1:03 p.m. This is a very tricky prompt because models can't really make clocks with exact times as they mostly spawn from noise. However, this is quite close. You can see that the panda is sitting on the table here, and on the background, you get the clock which ticks at 1 p.m., but I asked it to be 1:03 p.m. However, it instead made the clock tick at exact 3, which is obviously not correct, but it is still way better than all other models, as they mostly just can't do it. This is literally an awesome image gen model. It will probably come very soon in like the next week, and I can't be more excited to test it out in apps that will support it even more. I am liking it a lot. Google has literally cooked not only with their Nano Banana Pro model, but also their Gemini-3.0-Pro model checkpoints that we have seen before. I am glad that I was able to test it. It is a really good model for sure. My testing is still very limited because the API and stuff for it is quite glitchy. It is supposed to be even better at image editing, and I wasn't able to test that yet. But this is a really good model for sure. From the generations that I saw, it seems to think before making an image. Like, it thinks of composition, things to put in the shot, and it probably also improves on your prompt. I'm not an AI image generation fanatic, and I don't really know how to prompt them well enough. And I have seen insanely great generations from it. If you prompt it correctly, I prompt very simple stuff, and it still performs way better than any AI image gen model that I have seen yet. This is just awesome for sure. I hope that they just launch this soon. I am pretty confident now that Gemini 3 Pro and Nano Banana will launch very soon and early next week. It will really shake up the industry for sure, based on these results that I'm seeing. This is just new gen. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, share your thoughts below and subscribe to the channel. You can also donate via Super Thanks option or join the channel as well and get some perks. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.